WTIM morning show. My name is Tim Zalabak. Thank you so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube at the WTIM morning show. Now we got the director of Lincoln Land Community College in with us. It's Dee Kruger. How are you doing today, Dee?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. So glad you're in with us today. I know it's a busy time for you because school season is almost upon us. When is that starting and what does it look like over there for you?
It's a busy time right now because tuition is due on Monday. So everyone's trying to get their I's dotted and T's crossed with their financial aid right now. So it's a busy time. Classes start August 21st. There's still plenty of time to register for classes. There's plenty of time still to, believe it or not, file for financial aid. You can wait till almost the last minute, which we really hope you don't, because then you get a schedule that doesn't work very well and all kinds of things. So we hope you've already filed your financial aid, but if not, it's not too late. You can still do it and get into classes that start August 21. We have a couple classes that need a little bit of help. Most of our classes are almost full. That's amazing right now. But we do have a few that are struggling, like art appreciation, structural carpentry concepts, economics, the infamous college algebra that everybody loves, and intro to sociology. So we have openings still in a lot of classes, but some are full. You can still register. You can still meet with me to discuss your career path and your next steps at Lincoln Land.
Amazing. And you just gave me some anxiety about college algebra. Thank you for that. But class is filling up pretty quick here, and they still got a month to register about, but this looks great so far.
It does look great so far. I'm having trouble putting a full schedule together for students because classes are getting full. Online at Lincoln Land in Springfield, online classes are mostly full. It's really hard to find a student schedule right now. And if you do, it's not going to be a pretty one.
Yeah. It's a good and bad problem to have, I'm sure. And if you do wait last minute, you're gonna have a harder time building a schedule that works for you and that's cohesive within itself. So only those weird time classes are left, I'm sure.
Yes. The ones nobody wants.
Exactly.
8 o'clock in the morning. And
there you go. And then the 4 or 5 p.m.s at night.
Right.
So there you go. But there's still time to do so. And of course, even more importantly, sometimes is filling out that financial aid. Still got time for that.
Right. We tell you to go to fafsa.gov. Make sure it's a .gov website because it is free financial aid. This is for the Pell Grant. You may have heard it talked about like that. You do not have to repay a grant. You only have to repay loans. So we highly discourage loans at the community college level. If you can save them for your bachelor level, that's all the better. We are very cost effective, so students can get an education at a lower price.
Totally huge advantage to going to a community college. I did it myself, and you go to a 4-year university after those 2 years, and you find yourself in a much better financial position, and you can get everything you need to done at a community college. And given those transfer to your next school, which they mostly do, Lincoln Land Community College, and those credits transfer to, I'm sure, any Illinois school.
Oh, they do. Yeah. They do. We have what's called the Illinois Articulation Initiative, where all the universities in Illinois, all the public, I should say, universities in Illinois have agreed to certain courses. If they meet the outcomes, they'll accept them. We have a lot of 2+2 agreements to where if you do 2 years at Lincoln Land and then you do 2 years at a university to finish up your degree, it's kind of a guarantee for you. If you take the classes that are prescribed, then at the end of 2 years, you'll walk in as a junior and be ready to go. Some of those 2+2 agreements we have are agribusiness, chemistry, elementary ed, engineering, which is a very popular one. We have an agreement with SIUE for them. Fire service management, geography, geology, integrative studies, journalism, sports broadcasting, medical lab science, music business, nursing, and respiratory care. So we have a lot of agreements to get those bachelor's degrees as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned engineering. Is that one of the bigger programs over
That's
there?
one that I see a lot for. Students start off really excited about engineering until they learn about how much math is required. And sometimes they fall off along the way, but mostly, there's a lot of math and engineering. So that's a telltale sign right there. You need to be good with math, and that in computer science too. You may not think that, but you do need to be well-versed in math and take those classes. We like to also welcome our students each fall. We have a couple activities planned. One is our fall welcome. It's going to be held Wednesday, August 9th at 5:30. All current students, spouses, support people are invited, along with all of our faculty are invited. It begins about 5:30 with refreshments, and we have a reception so the students and faculty can get to know each other. Usually we have about 60 students, so that's not too bad. It's a nice room full. And we like to invite those support people so that they can realize what their student is going to be going through in the future.
Yeah.
And we start off with teachers introducing themselves, telling everyone a little bit about their background, because we have some teachers with amazing backgrounds. We also have, I believe it's 4 full-time faculty coming down from the main campus to teach for us. And that's always a pleasure to have them because they are the experts in their field. Not that our adjuncts aren't, but it's always nice to see those full-time faculty.
Totally. What a cool welcoming night that's going to be. And anyone that's maybe a little bit nervous about starting their first year, they can come over, meet a professor, see the campus. You guys have been doing that for a while, I'm sure.
Yeah. We did the fall welcome back in 2012, and then the new student orientation took over. And we have since no longer required the new student orientation, but we feel students are still missing a little bit. So we'd like to spend about 45 minutes with them talking about study skills, test taking, time management, student clubs, athletics, everything you need to know about Lincoln Land.
That's really perfect.
It is. And we try to feed it to them at the time they need it, you know?
Absolutely.
Because there's so much information coming at you at once in August, it seems, that you have to cipher it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once you get past finding out how to register for your classes, then you got to, figure out where your classes are and what's required of me, and all those things.
Have all those nightmares that you're late to class and
that I missed an assignment. Now I'm failing. Yeah. Exactly. So it doesn't have to be as stressful as it seems here. If you attend everything that you need to, you're on time with things, it can go pretty smoothly.
Oh, it will. Yeah. It really does. Those 2 years go by very fast.
They absolutely do. And I was thinking about how valuable 2 years at a community college can be. You can get done your gen eds.
Yes.
So with whatever you want to go into, you're avoiding taking gen eds at the 4-year university.
Exactly.
Which could be harder and definitely less maybe one-on-one time. The ratio between students to teacher at a 4-year university is going to be much different than community college. Talk to me about that.
It's much different. At the university, you can be in a lecture hall with 500 students. Yeah. Your teacher doesn't know your name, and a lot of times you have a teacher's aide that's in there doing the teaching for them. So at Lincoln Land, though, our class size is small, and I know what ours in Taylorville is. The average is 18 in a class. We have some full with 25 and then some, with 9 or 10, but mostly our average class size is 18 in Taylorville. I don't want to speak for Springfield because I don't know what theirs is, but our teachers get to know our students. That's for sure. They know their name. They know their first name. They know a little bit about them. We try to form a community at Lincoln Land Taylorville because if you build community, students will come back and they'll actually finish their degrees.
Totally. And just knowing the student's name is huge. I know it sounds weird. It's not a normal high school situation anymore. In college, the professor could care less whether you show up or not. So they're definitely not going to know your first name.
Right.
During my time at a junior college, professors knew my name. Professors, like you said, they knew my story. They knew what was going on. And that made my first 2 years of college much easier.
Right. Definitely. And if you don't have that, then it's you kind of struggle and have to find your way sometimes.
Yeah. Look for your own resources, which, you're already, juggling multiple different things. So having a professor that you can email and they'll respond to. That's huge.
Yes, that's nice. And we have good professors that do that and respond quickly because students think, even with me, they say, well, I emailed you this morning and it's only 8:30. It's like, well, I hadn't had a chance to email you back yet. Yeah, exactly. So give me a little chance, but they want things now. It seems like.
Gosh, yeah. When I'm missing an assignment or an information, first thing I'm doing is frantically emailing my professor at a random time. So they're doing everything they can over there. And at a community college, they are much more available to you. So that's a huge benefit to community college and Lincoln Land Community College. That's amazing. We're going to take our first short little break here. I'm sitting down with the director of the Lincoln Land Community College, Dee Kruger. It's been a great conversation so far. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Your information station, WTIM.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn slightly higher, beans higher, wheat also slightly higher. September corn 5.41 1/4 up a penny. December corn up 1 1/2, 5.49 3/4. March corn 5.60 3/4 up 1 3/4. August beans up 26 3/4, 15.73. September beans up 9 1/2, 1478. November, new crop, 1420 and 3/4, up 3/4. September wheat, 721 and a half, up 1.5. December wheat up 1 3/4, 744. August bean meal, 469.50, up 480. August bean oil, 67.72, down 255. Livestock market, August feeders, 244.15, down a nickel. August live cattle, 178.60, down 7 cents. August lean hogs, up a nickel, 101.70. Energy market, September crude oil, 79.97, up $1.19. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
Hi, this is Jared White, host of Central Illinois Outdoors, inviting you to find us on the internet. We are up and running at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. You can jump on there to find our Catch of the Week segment. Also, our archive shows. After they air on the weekend, you can find them every Monday at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. So listen when you can. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search Central Illinois Outdoors. Central Illinois Outdoors on Facebook or at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. We'll see you there.
Bet you didn't know all the services provided by the Christian County Health Department.
Free HIV at-home test kits. Come in, grab one, and find out your status without anyone knowing. If you do test positive, the health department can help you reach out to those who can provide help.
The health department also offers free mail protection. Grab a white bag just inside the door.
These are 2 ways that the health department promotes men's health year-round.
Just a few of the many services provided by your Christian County Health Department. 902 West Springfield Road in Taylorville. Serving our community by preventing the spread of disease as well as protecting, assuring, and improving the public's health.
You are not called upon to make funeral arrangements very often. When you are, you want to turn to somebody you trust. This is Mike Masterson with Masterson Funeral Home and Cremation Services, Kincaid. Through the years, we have grown to know the people in our area. Our family has established a reputation for providing beautiful, dignified services. We have provided 3 generations of experience, compassion, and a long-lasting tradition of community service. Let our family serve your family. Masterson Funeral Home and Cremation Services, Kincaid.
C&B Bank and Trust has been opening doors since 1854. Find out about all the products and services they provide by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Bob Reddings of the Bob Reddings family of dealerships. See our huge inventory of about 2,000 vehicles by clicking on our ad at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back into the WTIM morning show. We got Tim Zala back here with you all. Now, thank you so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville. I got Dee Kruger in the studio with us now. It's the director of the Lincoln Land Community College. We've been talking about the fall semester coming up and all the things you got to do before you can attend class, and a few more things to mention here about fall 2024.
Yeah, there sure is. We really want to build that community, like I said earlier, and our fall welcome is Wednesday, August 9th at 5:30. But then the first week of classes, we really don't do anything for welcome week because students are just busy trying to find out where they're going. They don't care if we're having a cookout. They just want to do that. So after Labor Day, we have a cookout, and hopefully we'll have the Lincoln Land Police come down and grill for us, and bring Ember with them, our dog, of course. Lincoln Land's dog. Yes. I'm trying to get one for Lincoln Land Taylorville, but nobody's into that yet. We need a mascot. Yeah. But anyway, that Labor Day cookout will be fun. Students will get to, once again, do things with staff and obviously the Lincoln Land Police, and get to know us a little bit better.
Absolutely. And still this week, I'm sure it's easy to forget about the cookout.
Yeah. So, just concentrate on getting where you need to go and knowing what you need to do. And then we'll have some fun.
Absolutely.
And we continue fun all throughout the semester. I don't know what all is planned, but I know they're working on plans right now to have something going on, once a month for students. A lot of times it involves food because we know college students are starving. So we always have a lot of food when we have events. Then the next thing I kind of want to talk about is our business partners. We have a lot of business partners that partner with us in different capacities. Sometimes they may be scholarship donors. Sometimes they hire our students a lot of times. We meet with them once a year. We try to invite people from different industries, different businesses. We meet with them. We hear their struggles, their challenges, and how Lincoln Land can possibly help. Last year, through our meeting, we came up with the Microsoft Office classes. that were pretty popular. And then industrial maintenance also came out of that meeting, and Springfield is starting an industrial maintenance program. So I can't say that's just because Taylorville asked, but it did come out of the meeting and we knew there was a need there.
Yeah, that's really a cool initiative to get started there. So, I mean,
Yeah.
the business partners, they come in and they describe some sort of need, and
Right.
they can get that out there.
Right.
Do you have any idea what this year's meeting will look like?
I sure don't. I'm inviting the same people from last year and of course a few more, because I really want to have a big group and diverse group so we can get a good response from the area. The president comes down from the college, and everybody in administration comes down to talk and to learn and to say why or why not we can't do things. So it's a good time. And then in the spring each year, we meet with our education partners, our K through 12 partners, and talk about things specific. I can't you say that word, specific to them.
Yeah, totally. Do you said new classes come out of this meeting, and that's really cool. You said a Microsoft Office
Right.
program.
We did several Microsoft Office classes, and several area community members attended. And also with our business and partner groups, I don't want to forget about our community leaders, because we invite them as well to the table, so if they can let us know what's coming down the pipe or whatever.
Totally. What kind of community leaders do you have in?
We usually have the mayor. We usually have the executive director of economic development, of course. Just in maybe an alderman or two. You just never know who might show up.
Sure.
We invite a lot of people, hoping that we get a good diverse group.
Absolutely. That's great. That's a business partners meeting, and great things come of that. That's a really awesome initiative.
Mhm.
Now, for adults that want to head back to college, maybe learn a thing, maybe get a degree, what's that going to look like?
Right. We'll start with basic adult learning for GED, or the high school equivalency exam. We do the preparation classes. We have classes in the evenings in Taylorville, or they can be online. There is a face-to-face orientation, to where with GED, they're going to give you a test to see where your skills are. Maybe you need to brush up in math, but your writing skills are fine. Then they tailor the course towards what you need to brush up on in order to pass that test. I can't emphasize enough, if students drop out of high school, we hate to see that, but get that GED before it's too late, because the longer you wait, you're going to forget how to do math, and then it's going to be a bigger struggle. So if you did happen to, have to leave high school for some reason, then please get that GED right away, because you have to have it in order to get the federal Pell Grant, in order to take other classes. We try to transition those students into college classes, find out what their dreams are, and try to get them on the road to their career.
Totally. I love this GED program where you can find out your baseline, and then there's a specifically made schedule for what you need to focus on. That's
Right.
huge. That's something every community college does.
Right. Yeah, they do.
They do, okay.
Yeah. In the state of Illinois, I should say
yeah.
they do. The GED, or the high school equivalency, was changed over to community colleges a couple of years ago. We don't do the test. That's still done by the Regional Office of Education, but we do the preparatory classes, and we do have a lot of students that get their GED. We have usually in that class an average of 7 to 9 students. It's not a big draw, but then there's online students too. And it's amazing to see how many people still don't have a GED, even in 30 and 40 years old.
Yeah, it's a valuable thing to have if
It
you want
is.
to get any job. It's kind of that baseline necessity that you need to have, and you can get that and more with Lincoln Land Community College. That's great. Dee, we got about a minute left. Any last words for the listeners, and where can they go for more information?
Sure. Drop by Lincoln Land Community College in Taylorville at 800 South Spresser anytime. We're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5. We'll be open on Fridays later on in August, but we get those off right now in the summer, which is a nice perk. But yeah, our phone number is 217-786-2754, and that'll put you in touch with someone that can answer all your questions.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for coming in, Dee.
You're welcome.
That was Dee Kruger. She's the director of Lincoln Land Community College. School year's coming soon, and there's things to do over at Lincoln Land Community College. You can still register for classes. You can still fill out FAFSA forms and all those great things. We thank Dee Kruger for coming in today. We also thank the live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville. You are listening to the WTIM Morning Show.
Your information station, WTIM.